Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, welcome to another video. It's me, I'm Mike Luminous Gaming, uploading another video of Minecraft Survival Let's Play. This is episode 5, and in today's video, I have so much in store for you guys. I actually put it on easy, but I have a lot in store for you guys. Why is it raining? I don't know. As you can see, I have a diamond shovel in my inventory. Last video, I had 1 diamond left, so I just decided I was going to use it, and I made a diamond shovel. I have so much stuff around here, it's like, wow. My inventory is pretty stacked. So, I actually have a few plans of what I'm going to do today, because I'm going to do 2 things before this episode is released and ended. So, the first thing that I want to do is I want to build the trash system where I have lava, so I can just throw everything in there that I don't need, and we'll never see it again. Well, at least never see the exact same thing again. But you know what I mean? The exact same item, like the exact same one, the original that I had. So, I've done a ton of off-camera work. I enchanted some tools. I've done so much you guys don't even know. But the other thing that I want to do is I want to make a zombie grinder so we can kill some mobs and get XP at the same thing. 2 things that I love to do, and that's kill mobs. So the way we need to do this is that we need to take this back 2 blocks. But before we even move before we even move on any further, we actually need to clear out these chests. We're not gonna throw everything in the center, but we're gonna keep them. So I'm gonna actually use the Bane of Arthropods for that. Is there another? Okay. So I actually need to figure out how many blocks this is away. So 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So as you can see, I have enchantments on my pickaxe, and I put them on there. I did that off camera. I would have done it off camera, but you know, I did just decided to just do it off camera. But there we go. So I want to take this down a few blocks, and before we move on any further, we actually need to make this to where no mobs can spawn on top of the spawner, and then just cause a gigantic catastrophe. So there we go. So, no mobs can spawn on top of that. So we need to take it back by 8 blocks on each side, and I'll be right back as soon as I'm done doing that. So guys, we pretty much have a little bit of a problem. So if you come over here, you see it goes, by 8 blocks, so that's not much of a problem. This goes by 8 blocks, but here, my hands are full. So what I'm thinking about doing is, so let me see, we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 blocks. Let me come out over here. So that's 5 blocks again. 6, 7, 8. So I mean, we'll have to take out all of this area that's like around here. So what I'm thinking about doing, so let me count from here. Actually, I shouldn't use stone because that's a very popular, powerful block. So let me see. That is 2 blocks out. Let me minus Diamond Slayer. Oh, the Diamond Slayer. We do this. Let's see, this should not be a problem. Let me see. So let me see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll have to do that. So it should stop right about, a few blocks. So what I'm thinking about doing is we should take this down, maybe by a couple blocks. So instead of having this come all the way down here, we should have it stop right about there. So that's gonna go into the farm a little bit, huh? Okay, so that means we're gonna have to clear all of that out, right? Yeah, that's what that's gonna mean. So we can make a water elevator or something so we can go down and expand that. So that's not much of what I'm worrying about, but I do have to kind of do something around with this. I think I need to take this down by like 3 blocks. I'm not sure how many blocks I need to take it down by. Let me actually see. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's too much. I'll just take it out by Gosh, okay. This many blocks. And I know you guys are seeing I'm playing on the default texture pack. I was getting too much lag when I was playing on the regular texture pack, so I decided to switch it off. Is that how many blocks it was? Okay, that's how many blocks it was. So I can just take all of this down by that many levels. So then I'm gonna clear all of this out. Gosh, this might take a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna clear all of this out, and I'll be right back in the next progress update. So guys, I'm back for the first progress update, and we took all of these blocks down by 1, and it doesn't affect not one bit with the spawner. You should know that. I'm pretty sure you guys already know that, but it doesn't affect one bit with the spawner. I hope my iron pickaxe doesn't die. I always say die for some reason, but we need to pull these blocks back by their limit as well, because we're not gonna have water streams that come in and swoop all of the mobs into their death chamber, and we're gonna have to do a little bit of redstone with this, because we're gonna have to use the lamp so we can turn it on and off. So it's gonna be a pretty complicated thing, and we're gonna have to hop in a redstone testing world probably a few times just to figure out how we're gonna do this. So it's gonna be a mini version of what we're gonna do in a redstone testing world, but it's gonna be a little bit complicated. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little bit complicated, but we can get it all done. And if this pickaxe gets a little bit damaged, we're just gonna have to repair it. I don't want to break my first enchanted pickaxe or first enchanted iron pickaxe on this world yet, so I'm gonna have to repair it, or I'll just make another one and just leave this one in a chest somewhere, or I could just leave it in my inventory. But yeah, that's it for this first progress update, and I'll see you in the next progress update. See you in 1 second. So guys, I'm back, and I'm pretty happy that we don't have to do so much clearing when it comes to around to this side, like right there. So I can do something like this, then like we can block off all of the pieces that we don't really need, so we can just like have it like that. What is this here? Let's see. So let's do something like mine it out the hole when we find it. So let me see. So let me mine this out. This is how many? Is that 8 blocks out? From, I'm not sure, but if we can figure out this, let me see. Is this it? I'm not sure. Is it down a block? I'm not 100% sure. Are we gonna find it? Is it around here somewhere? Is that it? Is that it? Okay, I think. Do we just find it, or I'm completely confused. Hold on. If I fall through here, that just shows me. I mean, I guess I didn't push it out of that many blocks. I think it's this exact block. It's just, okay, yeah, I'm right. So it's just this right here, but out a few blocks. So if we can just push this out a little bit more, like about so, I should know the exact perimeter of how many blocks this is gonna need to get mined out to. So I mean, if we can just mine this out. So after we mine that out, we gotta have ourselves a basic perimeter. So I'll put a cobblestone perimeter that shows us where we're supposed to be mining it and where we're gonna stop. I didn't put one around here, but I should put one. So that perimeter is gonna come from about this length, and it's gonna come to here, and then this is gonna go to there slowly, and then we just have that there. So that's how big and massive this thing is gonna be. We're gonna have to mine this out just to, we can just stop it there so we can have at least that. So this is gonna be the massive thing that's gonna go down by so many blocks. Gosh, this is gonna be so much mining. I might as well go switch out my pickaxe right now. Do I hear a witch? Gosh, witches really make my nerves bad because they're the killers of the century. But I'm gonna come back to you on the next progress update, and I will be back.